The C1 Spirit, a variant of the Spirit series made for mid-ranged cargo delivery / hauling, and it is manufactured by Crusader Industries. This ship comes with a built-in tractor beam to assist with cargo / vehicle moving and extra cargo space over the other Spirit series, with it coming in at 64 SCU total. It has a lovely designed interior and exterior with living quarters for you and one other person if you wanted. It has all the basic necessities aboard, including food making services, weapon placements and cargo space. It's a little bit like the Cutlass Black or Freelancer with what it can do, and it can also hold quite a few ground vehicles underneath, being able to fit something like 10 hoverquads under there. With the new 16 SCU boxes added into the game, this also makes the ship way more prevalent. It comes with a plethora of weapons, including missiles and laser cannons, one on a turret and 2 of them being just on the ship. So starting off with a ship tour, and as you can see before we enter, that's where the tractor beam is held, just up there. This is actually quite a large tractor beam and it's very nice and it does transfer all the cargo. But to access a ramp, you use this button which can be found just at the bottom here. Pressing that on there will open it up just like so. It has a little kind of red laser which comes out, which tells you where the ramp's going to pop out to. Ooh, a little bit bouncy there. Entering the ship using this ramp, this can fit hoverquads and actually some mining ground vehicles down there. I've got my hoverquad down there for some lighting as it's quite dark here at the moment. But to close this ramp, we just need to use a button which can be found at the right side just here. There we go. And in this little kind of room here, we have access to 4 components to either side. And usually this would be closed just like so. If I close this one here, you guys will be able to see it. There we go. Usually this one is like this, so it's kind of an airlocked off room. So this ship is actually quite good at being airlocked off. There's a lot of kind of doors that you have to open to be able to get to the cockpit. So you'd open that one up like so. You can fit vehicles just in this little section here, and it is persistent. This door does stay open when you log off. And now moving into this is the cargo room / vehicle storage. It's 32 SCU either side. As you can see, you can fit many different boxes in there. This little room here isn't filled up, well, you can't fill it up. Now the actual tractor beam does go around all the way to there, all the way around, and you can use it on the stuff that's in here and move it around. But that's kind of it, it's just a big empty room filled with SCU cargo. Then we go through this door which is just located up here. Opening this up, we enter into another sub room, and this is filled with more components either side. Then we open up another door. This takes us into the main bridge or living quarters. To the right side we have access to a bathroom, including a shower and a toilet. Awfully dark room, but yeah, as a shower at the top, toilet at the bottom, that's about it. To the left of this we have access to some food and water making places and some storage just down below, which will be added in the future. That's it for that side. Now going over to this side, we have access to 2 EVA locker pods. This is kind of where your armour will be stored. And then in the middle we have access to 2 bigger kind of weapon holders and 3 small weapons, or side weapons, as you can see there. Moving more towards the front of the ship, I think I'm actually taking off looking at it right now. Oh no, oh well. We have access to 2 beds, one on the right side for the co-pilot and one on the left side for the pilot. There is actually access to some external storage, or internal, but it's classed as external just above these, so you can store stuff in there if you want to. This is accessible on both sides, just one up there. Now moving towards the front, we have access to the cockpit and our pilot seat to the left and co-pilot to the right. Now I'll just enter into the co-pilot seat so I can show off the tractor beam and what that looks like from the interior. So in order to use the tractor beam, you have to power it on first of all, which is to the left side, just down there. Then you'll have to enable this so it'll be deploy. Then you click enter remote turret. Now you're in here. Now in order to use this, you have to right click, or left click actually, left click to get it. To bring it towards you, you have to actually hold Alt and scroll wheel, then it will bring it towards and away from you. You can do this with cargo and vehicles. And as you can see, we can access the interior from here. So I can move things in and out, and it's just like normal cargo. There we go, we can bring it all the way around, out, and offload and unload the cargo. So then I could bring my hoverquad onto the ship if I really wanted to. The hoverquad doesn't seem to work very well with this, so in it you cannot bring it any further forward towards you. Still works though. There we go, all done. That's that for the co-pilot seat though, that's all you get access to. Now moving into the pilot seat just on the left side, and as you can see we have access to 2 screens which you can customise, quite a few buttons down here, for example opening the exterior, unlocking, some to the left and some down there. Now for visibility, you cannot see below you, you can see to the left, above you decently, and to the right of you, and it's not bad overall. I would say it's alright for a ship like this, seeing as this is actually meant to not be a combat ship and is a cargo kind of transport ship. It works very well for that, I would say. But that's it for the ship tour, that's all there is to the interior. Talking about the weapons, armour and manoeuvrability, and this ship comes with 4 sized 3 laser cannons, which are pretty good seeing as it's not a combat ship, and it's the same as seen on the A1 Spirit. 2 of these little weapons are actually on a gimbal mount on a little turret, so you can use that, and the other 2 you'll have to move the whole ship to be able to hit someone. It also has 4 sized 3 arrestor 3 missiles, which isn't that many to use, but they are decent missiles. Just make sure that you're wary of how many you're using, as you only get 4. And for its shields, it gets a size 2 medium shield, which is pretty good, but I wouldn't rely on it for any big combat or combat missions unless it's a small ship. Now do be careful though, as without losing your shields you can sometimes encounter a problem of being able to use the turret weapons. For some reason, which I've had a couple of times, it will just kind of disable it. I don't really know why you can't use them at all. It might just be a me thing, but I've had it a few times now, so yeah, I don't really know. And its manoeuvrability is alright, and it's better than you would expect for a ship of this size, and the VTOL features really help when you want to take off or land quickly. The VTOL features also help with rotating, as you can definitely feel it when you're in atmosphere 100%, but these do get shot off quite quickly though when they're up, so keep that in mind, and just remember this isn't a combat ship, it's not made for combat, but you could try to use it as one, as I have done, and it does work out alright sometimes. Moving on to the prices of this ship, and for non-war bond prices, which is more expensive, it would be £120, $150 or 139.5 euros, and if you want to buy it with new money / war bond, it will be £105.60, $132 or 122.76 euros. Now for an overview, and well, I really like the design of this ship, and I feel like the cargo tractor beam is a great feature, even if it's not used to the utmost potential at the moment because of what's in Star Citizen. The interior space feels quite inviting, and it feels like you have everything there that you need. You couldn't really ask for too much more. This could easily be a daily driver for someone, and myself have used it, and it's one of the ones that are great to use it for. Just like the Cutlass, you'll definitely be happy when you're using it. I am quite perplexed that a ship isn't modular though, I do have to say. It says that it would make it require too much reworks or something in the Q&A they had about this ship, but it would be nice if you could just switch it out one for one. It doesn't look like it needs too much interior rework, but I must be wrong if there's something about that. And then you wouldn't have to buy all 3, so you could just have one and then buy the modules for it, which would be a lot cheaper overall. But overall, the feels are nice for the ship and the Spirit series in general, so I can't really complain about that. I may have now been sent to Klesha for a crime I never committed, which seems to always be the way in Star Citizen, so it seems like it's time for me to be going. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.